Hey y'all, thought I would make a little video just navigating through Schoology to just help you and your child find your way around a little bit better. We just want to make sure that they can be independent on their own. Like when I say, all right, go do your puzzle piece for phonics this week. They know how to click and get to it on their own, start it, listen to it, do all that good stuff. So I'm going to start out with a blank screen. I have a lot more tabs just because, or little icons just because this is a teacher's device. I create more and they just give more. But you should still have, at least on your child's device, if it's a device, BCPS 1 Chrome tab and BCPS 1. Usually it doesn't matter which one you click on. Internet Explorer isn't a thing anymore. It's still a browser, but it's not being updated. It's it's known for being slow, so I wouldn't click on this one. You can click on BCPS 1 Chrome and that'll bring up BCPS 1. So whenever I say to the kids or you BCPS 1, what I mean is this screen right here with all the orange tiles. And all this is like your navigation page. Now again, I have way more because, well, I'm a teacher. I'm going to have way more. Yours should be Schoology, digital content, instructional tools for sure. And then I think it's the parent Schoology. It's one other one, but that's not one we're even focused on, so it's okay. So when you get here, actually, let me just pause right there. I'm going to log off really quick. If for whatever reason this screen pops up too, just because you haven't moved in a while or we've been sitting doing something else for an hour, you sign off BCPS 1, you can go back, click on the app again to sign back in, or you can always just search BCPS 1 and it'll take you back to the login screen. It's something that will be found easily through Google search or whatever. All right, so the main one is navigating through Schoology. Now, Schoology and BCPS 1 are separate things. Think of it this way. BCPS 1 is the big thing, and Schoology is just a part of it. So when I click on this S tab, BCPS 1 is still up because it's just a hub. It's just a place to go. Schoology is where courses and other things are posted, where I can send messages, assessments, assignments, whatever. You know, Miss Matheny can say, hey, here's the meal sites for today or for the next week, and here are the announcements. And whenever you get to Schoology, it'll always have another tab. Now, in some different browsers, it might be another window. And what that means is, if I pull Schoology out, check it out. I have BCPS 1 still, and I have Schoology. They're just in different windows. Like I can do a new tab. I'm just dragging and putting it in. There we go. But you can have a couple of them too. Maybe one for math, maybe one you're doing something else. But let's just go through navigating Schoology. So now that you're in Schoology, when you hit the courses button, that's going to be our main thing. A bunch of courses are going to pop up. Your child will also have PE, music, their specials. I'm not their teacher for that, so that's why it's not popping up. We'll have our homeroom, language arts, math. Some of these are just for me specifically as a teacher. But let's just say we'll use the example from earlier. I tell your child, okay, why don't you go to language arts, do the phonic puzzle piece this week? Okay. Scroll up. I tell them that and they're just on BCPS 1. Let's go Schoology. It was language arts. Okay. That's the green one with the book. I click on that. And then I'm going to be brought to this page. There's a lot of things on the left-hand side. I wouldn't focus on them too much, mainly because we're only ever really going to be in materials. Sometimes we'll go to McGraw-Hill, and all that does is just take them to a new tab and open a new window with our online stories and in-person stories when we can get to them. And the kids' version will look like this. It's just open court, and it might also be wonders, you know, some of the stories we did last year. But basically, all the important stuff is just going to be scrollable up down here. Here's our class, email, Google Meets. resources for the year, whether they're flashcards or whatever else I think are necessary. And then the week. So since it's the 21st, you're going to be clicking on September 21st. It might be the 23rd, so you'll still click in the same folder. And usually you'll see a few different things, but phonics is always just going to be pink. Like, I'm going to try and keep the colors the same as possible. Monthly folder or weekly folders, orange. Phonics, pink. Click on pink phonics. Like, for example, we just did lesson 8 today. Lesson 8. And you're going to have a bunch of this stuff. Sometimes you'll see the read first teacher reference. I might leave that because when you click on that, it gives the PowerPoint that I use and also the little book, just so you can download it too, or I might upload it personally. But the important thing is, when you get into the actual lesson, all of these little pages, you can click on them if you like. It'll usually just say the objectives, which we already did at the beginning, and you can hit next. A little think about it, basically what we practiced. And it might have another video or some extra learning for you. So there is content in these things. It's just a lot of times it might not be enough time in the 30 minutes we have in independent. Here's the story. And now here's where you get to the good stuff. I'm going to just back out really quick. Just all I did, there's navigation at the top right here. So if I just want to say, oops, wrong week, language arts, I meant to go to the 29th. I can just do that instead of hitting the back button. You can also always, I don't know if you can hit the picture on the kid's device. Mine, it says edit picture because I'm in control. Well, let's just say, okay, I want you to do September 21st. We did lesson 8 to do the 2 puzzle pieces. Orange, pink phonics, same colors. Lesson 8, like I said. Okay, why don't we start with the first phonics? Spell words with E and O, yeah, just like I was doing on our whiteboards. Now this is all my stuff, so don't worry, I'll blur that out. But check it out, this is what the kids' version is going to look like. Now mine is a preview, of course, because it's me, I'm teacher doing it. But what they'll do is they'll always see a blue button, start new attempt. A lot of times it'll have a play button. I'm still trying to figure out how to put in audio for these things. There's obviously a way. I'll figure it out sooner or later, but I want to make sure that I can always put audio in. But basically, since this one says listen to the word, write it in the box. Steps. I'm just using my finger right now. You can use your mouse, whatever, but just like that. They need to hit the blue button, save each one, and see how it's not saved because I didn't do anything. Blue button review, blue button finish. It's always going to be blue. It'll say yes, done, submit, cool. But that's the biggest part of Schoology, just navigating. So if I say, okay guys, it's math time, courses, or if they're not even in a tab, oh, BCPS 1, let's go back to that because Google Meets is open. We'll click on this. New Schoology, courses, math. Now, if they don't want to just open a new tab, well, look, just go to courses and go back and forth. But if you need to, well, yeah, just go back to BCPS 1, the hub. Math. Okay, we're in the week of the 21st. Oh, look, a puzzle piece. I might tell them to do that. I might say, hey, let's go to the orange folder September 21st, and you'll see a little puzzle piece. Go ahead and finish that, or start. There's only 2 more things that we should know about Schoology. The main ones are messages, I'll blur these out, and notifications. These are just different things. So notification will pop up on your child's device if it says like, hey, Mr. Berkmeyer posted this, or you have an assessment. Messages, you can directly message me. So I will send personal things there sometimes. So that's probably the second place we'll go. I'll blur all these out, don't worry. But when they hit messages, you know, you'll get a bunch. Like I sent the beetle glyphs that we worked on. since it's on Jamboard and has to be an individual thing. But hopefully this little navigation of Schoology helped. Just a quick recap of the other things that we missed. Don't worry about groups. We won't ever be in a different group as of right now. Resources, that's for me. I don't even think this is on the kids' ones. Search, they won't need to search, so they can just click. Apps, they won't have apps. Calendar, I mean, if there was a fourth helpful thing, this would be it, but it just shows the things. If you click on it, it can take you directly to it too, but again, that would just be more navigation, so we're trying to avoid it, but it is there. You know, getting started lesson 8, view item, it is there. But just remember, courses, Schoology, and BCPS1 is the hub. That's the place where we'll come back to.